Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the first ever live stream we are doing for Reignbreaker. We are Studio Fizbin. Let us know if you're in the chat. Hi, Tepish. Hi, Ollie. Nice to see y'all here. We are being moderated today by Gemma from Thunderful. Thank you for being here, Gemma. Nice to see you. And yeah, like we wrote on social media, we are just going to do a general overview of Reignbreaker, so show you some new live gameplay just from the first couple stages of the game. And we're gonna dive right into that. But first, let's just do a quick intro of ourselves. I'll start. I am Ian. I am the community manager at Studio Fizbin. And Pepa?
Yes, hi. My name is Pippe, and I'm the managing director of Studio Fizbin. And I hand it over to Frauke.
And I'm Frauke. I'm the art director for Reignbreaker.
Fantastic. And we also have both of my cats just off camera. Unfortunately, they are cropped, but I did want to showcase them here. They're asleep, so they're not doing anything interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to look at the chat. Hello, Kitten Pants. Love your name. Hopefully you like my cats. Siri Smith, nice to see you. Flighty, thanks for joining. And Fast Macaroni, in with the cat emojis. Okay, so I'm gonna go right into the game. So here we are in the lobby, and we're waiting right outside the door. We can explore this area later, but let me just show you what happens when you step in to the Queen's Bastion. Oh, well, I guess the game crashes.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Well, you know what? It's been waiting up for a while for me to start, so I'm sure it's fairly cranky. But we're gonna get that started again. You know, this is our first time streaming
good.
in a while, so yeah, you've got to expect something like this to happen. Yeah, of course. Gemma knows very well. Gemma's very much more experienced streamer than than me, and I'm sure you have dealt with your share of things going wrong in stream. But okay, we're starting again. Thank you for holding your horses, everyone. And
we're just trying to get the suspense up.
Yeah,
that
obviously. This is part of the deal. Okay, we're back in. I'm gonna make sure that I can go into the next room before switching back over. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. So let's switch back over to the game. Boom. Okay, so imagine none of that happened. Yes, that was all part of the plan. And now we're in the Queen's Bastion. So the first thing I see, I'm gonna smash those boxes for some keys.
Need to bust some more seals first.
And the way the game flows, generally, you're trying to progress to through a number of levels to get to the boss at the end, and you have to defeat a certain number of combat encounters in order to progress past this impassable ridge. Yeah, I know, I need to break more seals. That's the whole deal. So I follow this paint here.
My leeches have been waiting for your blood.
This is probably my favorite NPC.
Just try me and see them choke on it.
So strange to hear a commoner deny my services.
Not as strange as hearing a puffed up little songbird like you claim to be in the confidence of the Queen.
The very audacity. I am part of the Queen's inner circle, I tell you.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then we go right into it. So, can show off some of the basic moves here in combat. Of course, the most basic thing you can do is punch these guys. Got a nice three punch attack sequence. And then you have a javelin, which you can attack with in a number of ways. I'm gonna throw at this guy, stuck in a corner. And, you know, this is the first encounter, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah, but still, you rushed through that so fast.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, I would like to think I'm good at the game at this point. And so, do you guys want to talk about what the Bloodletter generally gives you? Because right now, I've got a few interesting options. We've got, like, punches inflict bleed but deal less damage, Executions launch 3 homing projectiles, and resurrection.
Yeah. Yeah, the bloodletter often it gives you there's two sides to these items that you can get. One part of them is focused on healing yourself, and the other part is more focused on dealing a lot of damage over time to the enemies you fight, mostly with bleed as a status effect. So
Okay.
here, for example, the bleed effect just gives enemies damage over time, and you can stack it as
I
well.
can break the bridge lock.
I'm gonna take the resurrection just because I don't know, maybe I don't believe in myself. So
Have more
Uh,
faith, Ian.
yeah, and you can also check the mini map. This is a very simple level, so not super necessary. But if you ever get lost, you can always check that. Loot is stashed in statues, so you can always restore some health or get some extra bonus by destroying those guys. Because it's good to smash the idols of the elite.
I
Oh,
note. The chambers have shifted again, but that trick won't protect the Queen of Keys forever. Fingers crossed, this
Ooh.
time the Bastion won't make it so hard on me again.
so yeah, this is a roguelike. It's gonna be a little bit different every time you die and start a new run. Usually different arrangements of chambers. What are some of the other ways that runs can be different, like in the ways the rooms are laid out?
So, yeah, I can go. So basically, the system we built is that we have different room layouts that you will encounter, but also the room layouts themselves have a lot of variants. For example, sometimes the rooms have secret passages or they don't. Or for example, also sometimes you just saw those spike traps. There are different traps that are in the game. If you just go back, exactly, yeah. And those traps are obviously very deadly for you as the player, but also for the enemies, and you can use them to your advantage.
And
So yeah, we have the traps that are always changing, and also the layout itself, and also obviously the encounters you will have. So we just met the bloodletter, but then in another run you will meet different characters, for example.
yes, and I think we'll probably only see a couple of the NPC loyalists in this run because we're doing this towards the beginning of the game. But also, okay, I want to talk about the other basic moves that you can do. You've probably seen me do them already, but you can stomp with your javelin, and it. So the weapon that I'm using right now is the pea shooter. That's one of the 5 main variants that we have, and when you stomp with the pea shooter, it does this cool little turret. When you throw, it sort of gets lodged in the enemy and shoots out a flurry of bullets that can also hit the enemies behind it. And the last one is just the strike. So that's sort of like a medium range attack right in front of you. And then these guys you can always finish off like that.
Nice.
And you might see this little like heating up engine icon above Clef. That's another important mechanic. Can one of you explain the heat mechanic?
Yeah, so obviously you have this javelin, and it's a very powerful weapon, but it also heats up pretty quickly, depending on what kind of javelin you have equipped, because there's different javelins. Some that are more powerful will heat up faster, and some will heat up a little bit slower. But you can see at the top left, directly underneath the health bar, there's another little bar with a little icon. And during a fight now, we can observe that bar also filling up, and that is the heat. And once the heat is the javelin is overheated, which is when the little icon starts blinking and the little flame icon pops up, then you have to punch enemies to basically get that heat back, so you can use your javelin again.
Yeah, and we have also, like, later in the game, there are several mechanics that can also benefit or help you with the heat mechanic. So it's an interesting. It adds another interesting dimension to the whole combat thing, and also lets you change between the punches and the javelin usage.
I can
Oh,
But
read
hey,
did
you
you?
got lucky. You got a
Yeah, you
rare
got the
item,
epic.
right?
Yeah,
The epic one.
item. Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, I thought I wished you took the first one because I really like how that looks. The one where when you execute an enemy, it has 3 projectiles that
Ah,
fire
okay.
off
Yes.
to other
By
enemies.
my
I really,
spare,
really
if
like
it
how
isn't
that
you,
looks.
Clef,
I'll get that next
the
time.
most unwelcome surprise.
So here's one of the other NPCs, Ardea.
Is that you, Ardea? I should have known. Still serving the Queen like a slavering guard dog, I see.
You should never have come here, Clef. You betrayed us. You betrayed your oath.
Against a tyrant, it's resistance.
Resistance is just a pretty word for treason.
Alrighty. Okay, so this one has a time
gotta
limit,
be
so I've
quick.
got to be a bit quick.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's see how I do. Oop.
Yeah.
Time
got
challenge
this, you
is
got this.
yeah, is a little bit hard when you don't have a lot of items yet.
Yeah, that's true. I've been getting all the defensive stuff. That's always how I play these kinds of games. Oh, and I can use
Yes,
one
you
of
can.
those.
Yeah, you
Although a
can
bit late.
javelin there.
Okay, so the Spear Sister Ardea, her items are a lot more focused on throwing and like really getting good at using the throw. Are there any other commonalities?
Yeah, it's not just throwing, I think, for some of the items, just javelin artistry, I want to say, in
Hmm.
general. So also the slam, there's one that has really a nice upgrade to your slam move.
Yeah, so the Spear Sister is focusing on, as Focus said, on how the javelin is used. So you can get another attack where the slam basically becomes a power attack. The one you just used, right? Where you slam the javelin to the ground, this can become a power attack if you time it right. Then also it plays with the heat system. Like for example, heat reduces faster when you're aiming and stuff like that. So it also adds, if you get the proper item, it adds the perfect shot mechanic, which is amazing, where you can up the damage, and it basically lets you shift your build more to a ranged combat one.
Yeah.
You guys have any
whereas,
like favorite
yes, right.
builds that you like to play with or that you find yourself gravitating towards?
Yeah, I mean, it's more later in the game when you get a lot of, another loyalist that we haven't seen yet here, and probably
here's
won't see during this
Perfect
run.
throw, which you were talking
yes.
about. I think I'm gonna do
Um,
that.
So the other loyalists, the
can press
vandals,
forward.
are the ones that I tend to always pick whenever I have the chance to get a locker with their items in them, because those just build so nicely on top of each other, all of the items.
Yeah, they
it's
have so
really
many good synergies. I like playing
Yeah.
with those too. Okay, so it looks like I, despite all of my dawdling, maybe that's because this is the very first level, I managed to beat the time challenge here, which means I can go to this cute little, what do you call this? It's like a confession booth.
It's
I
the
think that
javelin
actually-
dispenser.
I
Ah,
think that actually was the inspiration when we designed this. I think it was either a confession booth or
Curator.
one of those ornate I want to say cupboards that they have sometimes where
Yeah.
they store relics in them. I think that was the inspiration for this asset.
Okay, so I can, well, I actually don't have enough keys to upgrade any of this, but nice to know that you can upgrade here, or there's a few different shops that will pop up, and you can always upgrade a little bit using the keys you've collected, which is your basic currency. You can also restore a little health here at this cute little fountain. And yeah, by completing these time challenges, that's one of the ways that you can unlock new javelins. I can't equip it yet, but I can equip it after I die. And yeah.
This is no place for you, traitorous girl.
Okay, that's right. I need to remember that I got perfect throw, so I'm gonna be
Yeah.
doing better if I
Totally.
focus on my timing. And I know it's successful if it does that little icon above
the-
Clef's head. Yeah. Like
Exactly. Yeah. 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 I must say I'm actually a huge fan of the Spear Sister upgrade track. because yeah, it allows you to go way more focused on dashing around and always switching between aiming, like wanting to shoot the javelin at someone, and it also has this, like the perfect shot mechanic, for example. But it also has this where it reduces the heat. So later on, when you get the other weapons that may do a lot of damage, but also create a lot of heat, you can really become into like a explosive sharpshooter sort of thing, which you not very often can do in games, and that's why I love it. So that's doing a lot of damage, dashing a lot around, and making sure that your shots, like with the perfect shot, that you how do you say, like to make the perfect shot, basically. Yeah.
This room is one of my favorites to fight in because I usually position myself right in front of the locker, and then just wait for enemies to walk into the spike traps.
Very
And whenever
smart.
I'm in this room and the traps are configured differently, so there's either no traps or the barrier traps, I'm always a little bit bummed out because I'm like, no, I want to do my spike trap trick.
That's a good tip. I will do that next time. Okay, here's now some items are like upgrades of ones that you have previously or allow you to do it in a deeper way. So this is because I already have perfect throw. Now performing a perfect throw launches additional javelin rods. Impact damage is increased. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let me see.
Go for that one.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's these little
Yeah.
purple guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, and let's get another Spear Sister, because yeah, I think also the Spear Sister is good for the first boss, so I want to be well equipped. Except I'm overheating.
Uh-oh.
That's definitely one thing I need to work on, I think, is watching
the
my
heat.
heat, yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a thing that I'm always bad at with like Souls-likes and things, is watching my stamina. I just don't like to go in. But there are, as you've mentioned, items that you can get to help you mitigate that if you're not good at paying attention.
Also, if you execute an enemy, the heat gets reset immediately.
Ah, that's right. And you can do it slowly by punching, which is why I'm doing that. Okay, so I have...
Yeah, definitely turn on those spike traps. Yeah,
yeah.
perfect.
And then I can
And
try
then-
to punch this guy into them.
Yeah, perfect.
So later in the game, you can get weapons that make it way easier to move enemies around, which is great if you want to like focus on using traps a little bit more. And there's actually one of the other loyalist NPCs whose items you can steal is, you know, the Master Trapper. And a lot of his items can improve your use of traps or make you spawn additional traps. And actually I said the Bloodletter is my favorite, but I think it's gotta be him. In terms of his character, I just really like a Master Trapper.
It's so
Okay.
satisfying to punch an enemy into one of those spike traps.
Yep. Totally.
Just checking the chat, Beldraith says this was one of the 2 games from Gamescom that really got my attention. Thank you. So did you play it at Gamescom? Huge fan of the enemy designs and animations. Yes, I
Thank
am
you.
also a fan. I really like all these portraits too on the like dialogue and these item screens. I love the character work that our art team did. Okay,
But
so
also I have to do a shout out, or because we're looking at it right now, on the item illustrations.
oh yeah, can you talk about
Because-
those a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. So you can see these are very inspired by medieval manuscript illustrations, mixed with a lot of like graffiti and spray paint,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fun combination. We went that way a lot. You can see it a lot in the UI, where we have punky graffiti elements and then also medieval elements, because this story or this game takes place in this feudalistic medieval world, but it also has, obviously, as you can see from the enemies, sci-fi elements, and our main character is more of a punk character. So we try to incorporate that aesthetic also in a lot of the UI that you can see. And so all of these item illustrations and the shop item illustrations are very fun to look at, because there's also a lot of small symbols and sketches hidden in there that are just a lot of fun to discover.
Found a little upgrade.
Ooh, spare projectiles.
Is that the one you think I should get? Yeah,
Yeah, I
even
mean-
more.
Yeah,
why
more
not?
damage.
Get that damage up. I know I'm happy I got the resurrection at this point because
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're low on health.
yeah, I'm gonna be playing a little more defensively than I have been. And okay, now we've got
Oh,
a
that is
couple
that
of...
is an awesome room because there you can just create a flurry of bullets.
Yeah, in
But
case...
you also shouldn't get hit.
Yes. In case people didn't notice earlier, like if you put your javelin into one of these guys, it just keeps firing again and again.
Oh.
Ah. Hey, really rude.
Whoa,
Guy's
oh my god.
freaking out over there.
Yeah, he had
They
issues coming
really
over the.
noticed you from all the way across there because you were only walking close to the locker.
I think I did a little thing around here. Okay. Don't get hit. Oh god, okay. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, this is a don't get hit challenge, which I am notoriously bad at. Ah,
You'll do great. You'll do great.
thank you. Oh, that
Nice.
was
There
easy.
you go. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. We're still on level 1, so it's like, you know.
On
Not
level
too
1,
bad.
I'm becoming the spare master.
Yeah. Okay, so now we've got more bloodletter, and these are some more good medieval illustrations. Of course, my favorite name
This is the
and
one, yeah.
picture combo is Little Prick. This really sad frog who's not only has a knife in its back, but is also like being threatened by a giant syringe full of black liquid.
Yeah, he's going through it. I think this frog is actually referenced from an actual medieval illustration of a frog somewhere. I think
Yeah.
we made him look a little bit more sad and full of despair than the original.
I have well, lately I've been playing a little bit with my kids, and my my oldest one, she was asking, "Oh no, Daddy, why did you stab the frog?" And it's like, we didn't stab the frog. No, why has the frog a knife in its back? It's looking so sad.
Oh no!
Yes, I
There you
know,
go.
but then they were like, no, take the snake. The snake is way better.
Oh.
Yeah, the illustrations are really are the best. And the combination between the art styles, especially, I think this is something where I myself fell in love very early. And I also love, Frauke, what you did with your art team about exploring the graffiti style. Maybe that's a story you can tell.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was so much fun. That was last summer where we all met up because we're usually a remote studio, but we all met up, and the art team had a little
What do you
graffiti
have for me?
workshop where we. I mean, since we didn't have an actual wall that we could spray paint because we were at an Airbnb, we
In a medieval castle, you have
in a
to add.
medieval castle, and of course we can't just go around spray painting the walls. There was a yard, and they had a soccer goal, and we took. It was kind of like cling wrap, but the roll was bigger, and we cling wrapped the whole thing, and then we spray painted on top of that, and we made stencils and turn on the music really loud, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where that find somehow their way into the game, right? With this handmade vibe that we got there.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
Ian, now show your skill with the first
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah, so this is the first boss, the Overseer. Yeah, it's got some interesting moves that you've got to be really quick to dash. But this is why I
But
was sort
with your
of glad...
perfect shot mechanic, it's no problem.
Exactly, yeah, that's why I was going for the throwing-based ones, because I somehow knew that we would have to fight this guy. And I'm playing pretty careful.
That attack
Eep,
is so
eep,
evil.
Eep. Okay. So just burn this guy down, I think.
Also,
Oh.
the lunge he does with
Come on,
this
come on, you
attack,
do it.
can be all the way across the arena, and he will
Do
get
it.
you somehow. Yes.
Yes.
I did have a resurrection, so I wasn't super scared.
Child.
Oh.
I expected great things from you back when I gave it to you. And you repay me like this.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't have let your army train me so well.
The Overseer was merely one of many. Whatever you seek, how often you may try, there will always be another Guardian in your way.
I merely seek an audience, Your Majesty. And on that note, why all the protection down here? Don't want any visitors?
What a whimsical imagining, my dear. Did my creature bash you over the head?
So yeah, that's our main antagonist here, the Queen of Keys.
Find.
Oh, and I've got the boomstick.
Nice.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. Okay, so after defeating a boss, I guess I can. I mean, I don't think there's any point in getting health now, but just for fun, because I don't like being in the red. Victory! Overseer was defeated. So this doesn't have a very typical roguelike structure, in that there are a number of unique runs. So after you defeat the first boss, you automatically go back, and then the next run will be laid out a little bit differently. And we can see how I did. You know, this was the first run, super basic. All the items that I got. And yeah, Beldraith, that's what I meant to say is that there is like a meta progression. You're not starting exactly from the same point each time. It does get harder over time, and the runs will become longer and longer as you unlock different bosses.
Well, I think my bruises have bruises now. And no, I have not reached the throne room. Yet.
The shifting chambers of the Bastion won't make it easy for us. We have to keep at it.
This is also kind of a soft reveal that we have voice acting in the game. Something we have teased before, and are going to feature, you know, somewhat in our upcoming marketing materials. But
Another thing, Ev.
it's something we implemented in the game fairly recently, and I just
Blimey.
really love how much more
Okay,
complete it makes the game
no
feel.
need to panic.
Yeah.
If anyone can push on through, it's you, Clef. Just, be careful. You hear me?
And I really love this character. This is Evangeline. They are your sort of support system, because it's just you and them in this camp right outside of the Queen's Bastion.
Well,
this
and
is-
the little Belgrund.
Oh, of course. Well, let's go say
Yeah,
hi
you
to
have to
our
visit.
friend. So this is a little friendly Belgrunt that lives in your camp. And come on, come over here.
Come get some.
I
So,
love the fist bump. It's the best.
Yes. Yes, you can fist bump the Belgrunt.
Strength for my next
And
raid.
okay, so here's the other form of meta progression that you have, which is character upgrades. So you might have seen throughout that last run, I was collecting these purple crystals occasionally, and you can see I have 624 of them right now, and you can use these to unlock permanent character upgrades. So going in, I had one unlocked, which is the ability to do the strike, which is the heavy melee attack, and I have a health upgrade. But now I can unlock some new ones because I actually have a lot of resolve. So
Oh,
what do you guys
yeah.
think I should
Do you-
get? What do
Oh, I
usually
think
go
you should
for?
totally get the 2 javelins, but I think you need to spend some more in the combat.
That's over here, right? Well, we can work towards
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that means, can I also spend 150 in this category to unlock this upgrade? So I'm going to level
just
up
upgrade this
my...
one, yeah.
I'm going to level up the Javelin Strike, so it'll also do more damage. And then for this run, I also kind of want to grab another dash because I really like dashing around. So now you can see I have 4 slots up here, and then I also have enough for the dual javelins up here. So now I'm a little bit more powerful.
Time for training.
And we can go test it out in the training area over here, but first I want to equip one of the new javelins that I got.
Yeah, the boomstick. Nice.
Yes, let's go.
So, let me see. I as you can see, I can now equip 2 javelins. So the boomstick is one of the shotgun weapon types. And then for the other one, I can get a different pea shooter. So I was just using the basic stone's throw pea shooter, which doesn't have anything special on it, but all the other ones have modifiers. So your javelin attacks attach sticky bombs to enemies. That's pretty good. They inflict rust, which is like a damage over time, or increased impact damage. I kind of want to go for rust.
Because your boomstick also applies sticky bombs. So
Yes.
Probably...
Yes, okay. So let's go play with these. So now I have this new boomstick. And as I said, the shotgun is probably my favorite weapon in the game. Just because I feel like this strike is so satisfying. Just like the sound design and the...
Can't use the javelin when it's
It
overheated.
doesn't work if you overheat. But yeah, so the way the shotgun works is you have this 3 attack sequence for the strike. When you throw it, it gets lodged in and does a couple of booms. And then if you drop it, it does a really cool turret thing. I really like this one. It feels so badass. And then you are also seeing when I hit something with a shotgun, it has a little bomb icon. And so that's the boomstick sticky bomb. Whenever I hit something with my shotgun now, it will do that. And my other pea shooter now adds this damage over time that I can keep reapplying.
Which stacks up, right? That's what we see there.
Yes, and it stacks up sort of automatically because the pea shooter just by its nature shoots a bunch of bullets. So it's a really good combination with this rust because you can easily get that damage over time. Oh, can you talk about this corner over here, Frauke?
Yeah, this is our graffiti corner. So all the loyalists you have met during your run, you can see their graffitis here to so you get a little bit of lore about them, but also you can familiarize yourself with their symbols because maybe you saw when we were in the bastion and also over here, there's a lot of markings on the ground and the walls that someone left there for you. And usually you can see where the next vault is, for whichever loyalist.
Yeah, so like
depending
right
on the
here.
markings on the ground. Yeah. So the symbol for the spear sister is a heron. Yeah.
So,
As
you
you
really
can see
do
here.
intend to take this bastion?
Damn right I do. There's something about this place. She is here. I feel it.
'Tis simply one of many strongholds, sister. You would do well to turn back now.
One of the Queen's most trusted and highly trained soldiers, guarding an unimportant stronghold.
No work my queen demands is beneath me. I guard whatever she commands.
Alrighty.
See her? This could have been you if you were not so ungrateful.
So now you can see all these guys are getting this rust on them, doing damage over time, which is really nice. And then I can switch to my boomstick because I have 2 javelins equipped. So, you know, that encourages you to be able to take a couple of really different javelin styles, which I really like because a lot of times in these sorts of games I like to play it safe and not choose like a weird different kind of weapon. But in this game you can always bring 2, so you can bring like your old standby, but then also maybe experiment with a different playstyle. At least that's what I do.
Well, what were you
Yes,
hiding?
I usually use the dual javelin as a way to. I have one javelin that I use during the regular fights, and then depending on what boss I'm fighting during the run, I will equip one that's very strong against that boss.
Okay, so this is another one that I could show. Power Slammer through the chest. What do we think? I think Power Slam probably.
Power Slam looks more.
All skills removed. Onward.
Okay. Damn. So now, okay, especially with the boomstick, that's really fun. So now I can just do a really powerful slam, and the effect there is that it also does more damage, right? Okay, great.
Yeah, and I mean, even when you upgrade it, you get it even way higher. So
Nice. So I guess I'll be upgrading that. Let's health. I'm at full health, but
Yeah, you're at full health.
you just kind of have to destroy the statues and destroy everything that you can.
Go no further, if death you wish to avoid.
Oops. Running backwards there. Oh,
but
it's
yeah,
just
beware
outside
of
of my...
this room.
He's just outside the radius of the trap, I think.
Yeah, but this one could be hit. No, if
Yes.
you hit the barrel, yeah, perfect.
There we go. Yeah, and then
And
you
now
can
you can
reset them, right? Yeah. I think the explosives are my favorite trap to use because it's just so satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, then for me, those are like my least favorite, but just because I'm always running around a lot and hitting everything and more like a chaosy player, and then I often run into them. But obviously, if you can better control yourself, then these are very good. Yeah, because they make a ton of damage, a huge area, and you can lure those enemies easily into them.
This is going to be a challenge for me because I feel like I don't rely on slam too often. So
Yeah.
I'm learning a little bit.
I think it's also very difficult to master the power slam when there's a lot of enemies around. Because I'm very bad at positioning myself when there's like full-on chaos and enemies are swarming you from all sides, which gets just more difficult the further the run progresses. So trying to get that nice moment to use the power slam or the fully charged up power
What
slam,
were you hiding?
you need to really watch out for that.
Okay. So aiming makes me invincible. That's pretty good. And this is epic. Your throw charges up faster and deals more damage. So I'm gonna take that so that maybe I can still do some good throwing with this guy. Get some rust and then go in for a finishing move with my shotgun. If you're really skilled, and this is also something I'm working on, you can like, you know, use your 2 javelins in a single combo, right? So let me try to do that here. So if I'm like applying rust with that, then I can quickly switch and finish them off with a big shotgun blast in the face. Oh, and it looks like we're gonna see a new
Oh yeah, new loyalists. So.
new loyalist.
It's no use. The javelin is overheated.
I think there's also a item that you can get. I forget from which loyalist, but it increases the damage that you do when you switch between weapons. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know if that's still in the game.
Oh no.
We used to have that, but I don't know if we still have it.
Maybe one of our designers can chime in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah. In any case, that you can still like chain together some good synergies, like I was just saying, where I can put rust on this guy and then finish him off with a shotgun, and then he explodes with a sticky bomb.
Yeah,
okay.
but also the sticky bomb is super useful when you have enemy waves, which for example, a lot of those balls rolling around. And if you manage to stick a lot of bombs to them, and they just roll around and maybe come near other enemies, then you can distribute your damage output a lot.
Let's meet this new guy.
Oh, you do look proud of yourself. Flush with victory, I see.
I'm going to take everything you have. You mark my words.
And to what end, may I inquire?
To bring down the Queen, and leeches like you with her.
Oh, very high and mighty. Do have fun, won't you?
Okay, and Ollie did say that the switching javelin mechanic is in the game, but not in the vault.
Okay.
Oh, just running right into enemies here. Now, I want to meet the bloodletter because I'm taking so much damage. Now we can see what kinds of stuff the trapper gives us. Okay, this is also an illustration that I really like. This like horrible spider person.
Spider Clef, yeah.
Oh, is that Clef? Oh, it is Clef.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has her jacket and her glove.
Ah, her signature. Yeah. So we got Trap Master. Traps deal more damage and only scratch damage to you. Okay, so that's temporary damage. That's pretty good because I'm often damaging myself. Only take scratch damage on the next incoming hit. And getting hit drops a cluster of bear traps. Okay.
Ooh.
What do you think?
I'd say like the trap master is good for if you accidentally go often into spike traps, like me, for
Yeah, like
example.
I'm tempted to get this one so that it only does
But
temporary damage.
on the other hand, the bite back is awesome because it has this awesome revenge feel where you just once you get hit, you just like, okay, here's a gift for you.
True.
But
And it
also,
lasts
since you just
longer.
said that you were low on health, maybe Predator is the way to go because you can
Predator.
get scratch damage.
Right. So every turret, yeah. I mean, they're all good in different ways. I'll take the Predator just because I want to be crazy spider clap. Chris Tofu asks if there is a release date yet. And yes, I see Gemma just answered that. But yes, follow closely for updates. We might have something to say about that soon. Tee-hee-hee.
Oh, you're moonwalking again.
Oh, there's some health after.
Yes, thank
finished up.
goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing terribly.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. And more
there's
healthy.
more.
But beware of the
Yeah.
security gates.
Yes.
Yeah, the camera.
Oh. Yeah, gotta avoid that guy and this guy. Okay, so the pink arrows always go to the exit of the level.
Yes.
And let's see.
On to the next room.
On to the next room.
Now you get
Smash
a lot of
everything. Yeah,
health.
now I have plenty of health. Not even gonna bother. Okay, who we got this time?
Oh, a new javelin.
Oh yes, of course. What do we got? What do we got?
Yeah.
Another shotgun? Maker of
Nice.
Ashes. Dang. And I would get health here anyway. Power Slam. You know, it's not that much of an upgrade because it is a common version. Oh, but I wish I had enough keys for that. Dang.
Yeah, the epic one.
I'm gonna save my keys, I think.
Yeah, to tell a little bit about the keys thing, the currency in this world is keys and not coins. As you can see, they get dropped from all of these treasure chests that you can smash, because in this kingdom everything is locked down, like in this bastion where there's a lot of chains and all of the a lot of the enemies that you fight also have this lock on them. So keys are a symbol of power, basically.
Yeah, I guess talking a little bit more about the lore, you know, the idea for Reignbreaker was rattling around in one of our studio members' heads for quite some time, and sort of as a response to like different trends we were seeing in the world. Pepa, do you want to talk about how the idea for Reignbreaker came to be?
Yeah. So at our studio, we've like the games we've made and are making still and will ever make will always have some like a special meaning for us, and are always our artistic response to what is happening around us. And well, with Reignbreaker, we like observed in the whole world that the authoritarianism was rising again. We had more oppressive systems coming up and down, and I don't know, maybe others of you feel the same, but at some point you get like also frustrated And then we wanted to basically create the perfect power fantasy for that, where you as the player help Clef to destroy and tear down and basically break this rain here. That's why she's becoming the Reignbreaker. Or you as the player can also become the Reignbreaker. And yeah, the inspiration for this basically is like imagine, for example, one of the biggest inspiration was the band Rage Against the Machine and the album
Yes,
The
for
Battle of
sure.
LA. So imagine this basically being a Rage Against the Machine album, but as a video game, and you are just tearing down these oppressive systems. And as Frauke already mentioned, like the world in which Reignbreaker takes place also reflects that, right? So this is a system where everyone is oppressed. The queen is keeping tabs on everything, and everything is locked away. And when everything is locked away, the most powerful currency are basically keys. But the most powerful persons are people trained in lockpicking.
You and me both, kid.
And that's basically Clef, our lockpicking warrior, so to speak.
Yeah, if you look at her javelin, at her weapon, at the end, the tip of the javelin is like a key. And she's unlocking these things. We just met a new character.
Yeah, I was trying to show the end of the key. You can see it maybe best when she's sprinting. So first of all, like you might have just seen, every now and then there will be these like side rooms if you want to explore and take a little more time, where you can get extra keys and treasure. And yeah, we talked to this trench rat. So who's that?
Yeah, the Trench Rat is a character that lives inside the Bastion, in the nooks and crannies, and you can encounter them in areas where where they set up little shops, or in the safe rooms in between the combat rooms, and they might just give you some upgrades or some cool stuff in exchange for keys.
Yeah, and now that you mention, we actually have the trench rat over here in physical form.
Oh, you
yes!
do? Oh my gosh.
One of
Because-
our
yeah.
former interns, Leonie, made that for us.
It's amazing. I think, oh, that's maybe a good segue to talk a little bit about the art style, because this 3D object shows some aspects of it, because it's so basically our intern could take the 3D model and just make a 3D, like the one we are using in the game, and just make a 3D print out of it and then paint onto it. Which is similar to what we do, Frauke, don't we?
Yeah, very nice segue. Yeah. So people have talked about the art style in chat before. You can see that it's a very cool mix between 2D and 3D. All of the characters are fully 3D, but most of the environment is a mix of 2D and 3D. What we do is we use projected assets. So from the camera perspective, from the way we look at the assets, we have a 3D base, and then we paint directly on top of it. That gives us a lot of control on how we use line art and colors, and how our brush strokes are. It just gives us a lot of artistic control, and also creates this super cool handmade look for all the assets in the game. But we also want to have the advantages of 3D,
Listen here.
which is why a lot of the characters
because
are in
you've got
3D,
a
and
little closer,
because
don't
we
go
want
thinking you're
the
all
assets
that.
to react to lighting, for
A little
example.
closer to what
So
exactly?
yeah, we have this super cool hybrid style that's a lot of fun to
nothing.
work with,
Closer to
and
nothing
it took some
at all.
time to
No,
develop that
siree.
and to make it work, because we were very ambitious in the
There
beginning.
ain't nothing
But
down
yeah, I
here.
think
You
I
might
think
as
it
well
turned out
go.
great.
Yeah, and I really like when you sort of go into the engine camera and move things around and see what things are like just drawn on and what things are actually 3D and what things are just flat. I think in a future stream we'll focus a little more on art and show some more of that. We have also posted some of that stuff to social media, but yeah, it's really cool.
Real convincing.
And here's
Yeah,
another
I
one
think-
of the NPCs, the Vandals, indicated by their very rude iconography. that you can see on this vault here.
But they have a lot of fun upgrades though.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the the vandalist items just make you to this really anarchy powerhouse, I'd say, where you're leaving just spray cans here left and right, and it's awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly go into the thing about the art style, because besides of Fizbin always wanting to telling important stories that are relevant for us and our society we live in, we also take a lot of pride and love fiddling out to find an art style that is intriguing, fits to the world, and does something new in a way. Like, for example, about Minute of Islands, one of our latest games, we worked a lot on where we could where we tried to basically bring a comic book to life, where your comic book would be from the look, right? But it would be a fully animated puzzle platformer. But here for Reignbreaker, we wanted to have the full control, like Frauke said, over the visuals, and keep the handmade style, but also use the benefits of 3D elements where we can have lighting and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that it worked out. Because, yeah, as Frauke said, we took a lot of time of finding the style and getting it just right.
Yeah, and also getting this mix of 2D and 3D so that it doesn't look weird, because sometimes when you have hand-painted 2D assets and you put a 3D character next to it, it might look jarring, because you can really see the differences of both assets. So we took a lot of care to make the implementation of the characters as seamlessly as possible within these environments.
Yeah, and I think you made a really good example lately, where you compared it basically to the 2D painted objects in animation, because I really think that it's the same. For example, I think with the bare eye you couldn't tell that the traps and the spikes in the traps are actually 3D models compared to the ground texture, because they look so hand painted.
Yes. Yeah, we had the comparison with old animated movies, where a character interacts with an object, and you can see 5 minutes before they interact with the object that this is gonna be the thing, the animation that's gonna take place, because it's, for example, a bookshelf, and you have these 20 books that are very meticulously painted, and then one book is just flat color and a bunch of lines, and you know, oh yeah, he's gonna grab that exact book, which is an effect that we didn't want here, but also sometimes it's good to have, that it looks more 2D than 3D.
So I just want to shout out a cool synergy that I have, which is that, you know, I have this power slam, but I also got one of the trapper items that pulls enemies in, which has been really helpful for this spit face who shoots out balls. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
Nice.
For the destruction of my guardians.
I didn't have resurrect there, so I was a little bit flustered.
Luckily, I was never a good listener. Your signal stopped working on me a long time ago.
I remember you, child. Clefania, yes? You could have gone far. One of my most promising elite soldiers.
One of your most brainwashed elite soldiers.
So somebody who asked earlier about what the progression is like, if I had died there, then I would go back and do this run again, ending in the Spitface boss. Of course, the levels in between would be different. You'd see different layouts and different loyalists, as we were discussing. But yeah, now I can proceed and go on to the next version. And probably the last run of this stream, but it'll be a little bit longer. Which type is the time bomb again?
It's a blast type javelin.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah.
The blast type is one that we have for a very long time in the game. I think it was one of the, when we started working on this nearly 3 years ago. Pretty early we had the blast type, but it's also one that is can be tricky to pull off, because you have to be very careful with it. You know, with great power comes great carefulness, I guess.
Yes, that's what I remember.
I'll manage. She keeps throwing bigger machines at me. So I call that progress.
Can you imagine her actually being here?
I'll shut
Okay, I'm gonna skip this actually because I want to go and upgrade.
to prepare myself.
So now I have another 624 resolve. So what do you think? Where should I go? I am feeling like I need a little more health, so I think I'm gonna put some into there. And then also restores health each time you defeat a lockdown. Now that for me is really, really good. So I'm gonna grab that. And now because I completed a run, I defeated a boss, I have 5 upgrade slots. So I can have a little more. Oh, and I have enough to do that again. So I think I'm gonna actually grab restore 3 health each time. Skip that. Ian has already become addicted. Yeah, well, and I've seen it all before. And I don't want to spoil all of the dialogues too much, you know?
Testing something.
Because most of the dialogue you only see once in the run of the game. Okay, so oh, so I do have the boomstick. Wait, no, the new one I got was the
Time bomb. Yeah.
I don't think I'll take this in because I want to highlight different item types later on, but just to show people, it is a time bomb because it is a bomb that goes off after a little bit of time.
And it can hurt you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does a ton of damage, but yeah, it can hurt you, so...
Yeah, so I'm healing here, but yeah, you can see if I wait and get that, it hurts me too. So yeah, you have to be super careful with that guy, and that's why I'm not going to take it on this run. I'm gonna stick with what I had before because
You are coming with me.
I have enough to focus on. Oh, well, I can see if there's a different shotgun I want. So sticky bombs, root,
Root's also very good, yeah.
and hellfire, which increases critical hit chance for each combo level.
That is something that I really like because there are javelins that work together with the combo meter, and we didn't talk about that one yet. But there are also items that work together with that. So if you're really into optimizing your build to get a high output, then you should go for the combo ones.
So the idea is that it increases the critical hit chance of javelin attacks by 3% for each combo level. So you can see my combo level going up on the left there, right? Can you explain that a little more, how that system works?
Yeah, so basically for every hit, you go up this meter, which goes down again by time. So you want to make a lot of hits. So for example, this is really perfect with the pea shooter. That as it does a lot of hits, but with low damage, you can get that up quickly. And then you can reach different levels, like there's level 1, 2, and then it goes up, and at some point you just reach anarchy, and then it's when you'll have like 200 consecutive shots or something like that.
Yeah.
And this really can bump up your damage output. So basically, if you're into combos a lot, if you're coming from a fighting game where you're into chaining attacks together, then this is something that should tickle your fancy, or how you'd say. At least for me it does. Like, I really love getting the combo meter up and then challenge myself to keep it up as well, because it resets as well. So yeah, you have to be careful, but also there's a high chance that you can get high damage output.
Now we have a new type of enemy that are immune to throw attacks, so good that you equip the manual attack.
Yes. Yeah, so these were shielded enemies, right? And these guys appear once you've done the first couple of bosses. Can you talk about that system a little bit?
Yeah, there's a couple of what we call mutators that can influence how an enemy behaves more than just like more than their attacks. So this was one type of mutator that we have, where of course the further you get into the game, the more dangerous the enemies get, because the queen keeps throwing more and more dangerous enemies at you, and they limit you sometimes in how you can interact with them. Sometimes you need to employ a certain playstyle to beat them, actually. So for these ones, you have to take care to use slams or punches basically anything except throwing, to damage them. And there are a couple of other mutators that you will encounter later in the game.
Yeah, it will basically force you to adapt your habits, right? Like if you're focused on, as Hauke said, on range attacks, then on these enemies you have to dive in. But then there may be others where you should not get close to them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to tell you all of the mutators we have, but yeah.
We're also seeing a couple new enemies here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We
what
see the
are these
flamethrower,
guys?
the Hellgrunt. I must say that I think these enemies, the flamethrower and the how would you call it, like the poison guy, the one with the poison bottle, the chemicals in
Yes.
it. These really showcase the benefits of having a 3D object, because we can do so much fun things like the poison thing with the glass effect. It still somehow looks painted, but it has a shine on it and it reacts to the lighting. Then the fluid inside jiggles a bit. I really love that.
Yeah.
But that's just me talking about visuals. And gameplay-wise, well, the flamethrower basically does a lot of area damage, obviously, when it shoots your flame at you. And the chemicals one basically leaves these puddles of toxic waste that will add an effect onto you, and you will take damage over time.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be very careful when fighting those, because they will coat the whole floor in this acid. Oh,
Ooh.
spray can. Yes.
Yes.
This
Yes,
is one of my
okay.
favorites.
I have to
This
get
is one of
this.
my favorites.
Okay, so yeah,
Lock now.
it drops a little explosive spray can whenever I dash, so you can really get a lot of these out there.
Yeah. Now we're going crazy.
And if you combo this now, where you upgrade your, like if you fancy that that item, then you should also upgrade your dashes, so you have multiple ones, because obviously the more you can dash, the more spray cans you can throw around. And this can really leave a road of destruction behind you.
Yeah, it is kind of fun just to play with. Somebody in chat asked, excuse me, is there a mutator situation when an enemy becomes technically unbeatable because you have the wrong loadout and he's immune to everything you have?
No, sorry. So basically, we always, when designing those mutators, and this goes also for the items, we always kept in mind that we only limit interaction in one dimension, and are very careful when we're taking multiple dimensions. And as you already can see, we have close combat, we have range combat, we have the traps. We already have different dimensions where you can interact with the enemies. So no, we really made sure that you cannot lock yourself out, basically, of the progression.
Yeah, so there's never a case where you start a run and then halfway through realize, oh, I have the wrong javelin or something like that. There's no such thing.
You can see I was really abusing these traps in this combat, because I got
yes.
lucky with these two spike traps right here, and I could just go over here and lure everybody over, basically. Okay, so, ooh, reducing heat. I love that. So that's also going to be good because I have these, these dashing spray cans. So now I can just dash everywhere, and it'll also reduce my heat and throw bombs.
Now I really hope that you get the trapper item that lets you also spawn bear traps whenever you dash.
Oh my god. Oh well, we have
because that is a
trapper here.
good combination.
Yeah, totally. And now, coincidence, there's a trapper item waiting for us.
Exactly. Let's get this. Okay, time.
Fingers
limit.
crossed for the random.
Yeah.
Then we get the proper item. Let's see. Well, first of all, you have to manage the challenge.
Yes.
Oh, that's a way more tricky one. That's a lot of enemies for 30 seconds. But you'll manage, I'm sure.
Well, I hope.
Yeah, the barrel, red barrels. Awesome. I love that we have the staple of video games, the red barrel.
The red barrels that
Yes.
explode
Yeah.
when you hit them, yeah.
Is it even a video game if you don't have that?
Exactly.
Okay.
And now, fingers crossed.
What do we got?
There you
What do we
go.
got?
Trap. Yeah.
No.
No. But you know what? I'll take I'll take this one because this is just good in terms of you can more easily weather some attacks. And so this looks like it's going to a treasure room, so I can get some more keys and maybe some other good junk over this way.
Yeah,
And,
beware of the
noise.
traps.
Oh, I'm so bad at this one. Eat. Okay, well, I somehow managed to do it. Oh, and my favorite is back here, the little trench rat. Don't mind me destroying all your stuff. Okay. Dashing reduces heat. Okay, well, why not? Oh, but I don't have enough keys.
It's 30 keys.
Oh, maybe I can get it.
I mean, you could go back and see if there are some statues that you left.
I'm gonna do it because I'm extra.
I mean, you went the dashing all the way, so now you can go.
I know I have to go in. Well, actually, I feel like I've already explored it all. Oh wait.
There. Oh, there's enough keys.
How many do we need? 500?
No, yeah, 30.
Yes.
Just 30 more.
Okay, well.
Is there another?
No, I think I went this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
No way.
And maybe right in front of the exit.
Maybe
and then
right
you
in
can
front
go
of the
back
exit.
over the bridge.
Oh, you're right. Let's see. Oh.
Yes. Above, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we got
it. Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm normally not this picky, but gosh darn it, I really want to upgrade that attack even more.
Yeah, and now you disabled the traps here, so you can just walk over them.
Yes, if you're clever, you can do that. Okay, so this is going to be really good. I will just be able to clear out my heat by dashing around. I love it. On to the next one. Yeah, thank goodness we have this sprint in the game too. That was something we added more midway through the development. Okay, in our safe room.
But you were too slow now because we did the run back for the new javelin. Next time.
Don't even need any health. I'm doing good. Hello, Danny Hellfish. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Ooh, perfect.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's a chain reaction there now.
Oh, I didn't even realize they could set off a chain reaction like that. That's fun.
Yeah, so make sure to reset this when you start the thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really satisfying too. Oh wait, now are they just chaining?
Yeah, you can chain it.
Chaining each other. Okay, now we're ready.
You just dropped the spray can. I think now they're going again.
Oh, that's
no,
what caused it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and whenever, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just wanted to say that you can see the little icon on the enemy that was in a spray can explosion. That means that enemy is we called it painted, but I think now it's called drenched. I'm not sure about the wording. But yeah, that means they're just coated in paint. And that also lets you do certain maneuvers depending on what item you have equipped. I think there's an item that deals more damage to coated enemies, or that gives more combo meter when you hit a coated enemy.
Letting the traps do some other work for me. I was also going to point out, as you probably noticed a few times, one of the enemies that I encounter commonly now is the Overseer, like a slightly less powerful version of the Overseer boss that we fought in the very first run. And so I like that, you know, now a boss is sort of a common enemy. Final Blow launches an explosive spray can. Punch attack sequence gets an additional slash attack that inflicts coat, and punch repeatedly while dashing to execute a powerful attack sequence that inflicts coat. So yeah, that's right. We did call it coat, and coated enemies raise the combo level 50% faster when attacked. So because I have this shotgun that increases my critical hit damage when I have a high combo level. I am really interested in these items that coat enemies. I think this one will be easier for me to manage in my head. But now you can see my punch is a little bit. Oh, is the Moobot link broken? Yeah, I forgot to turn him off for this stream. Ignore Moobot. This is a game where we don't trust the robots anyway.
The paint explosions look so good.
It's the orange ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the visual effects in this game are always so satisfying. Just watch myself throw these for a while. One thing that I have been doing, but is not necessary actually, is like going to every one of these lockdowns basically. You only need to get a certain number in order to progress to the next level, which you might want to do if you want to try to unlock new javelins with those time challenges, or you know, if you're like me and you are just sort of going more casually and also trying to talk at the same time, you can just take your time and get all the upgrades.
Yes, and I mean it also leaves a bit more decision making to you. Like if when you go into the bastion, you see, oh, okay, I'm not looking for example, trapper master items or stuff like that. Then you can skip them, and at least you just have to complete like the minimum amount of lockdowns in one level that you see in the upper right corner. So technically, you already did one, so you could skip. Or for example, if you realize, okay, I know there's a big boss incoming, I wanna save on my health or stuff like that. Then you can just decide to, not go for all the lockdowns.
Almost ran right into the trap.
Yeah, I'm just showing off these cool, what would you call these?
The cannons?
Cannon guns, yeah. Okay, but yeah, I can just go on to the next level.
I can press forward now.
Boom. Ooh, this is a different kind of statue. Ah, and it just has resolve. Okay.
It has a lot of resolve, yeah.
Love it. Which again, is the currency that you can use to purchase permanent upgrades.
Yes. Keys reset every time you start a new run. So keys you can only keep for the current run, but resolve you keep when you get back to the lobby.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate the animation of this shop, this pop-up shop. It's very satisfying. And so these types of shops, yeah, they have temporary items that affect you just for a few runs, or they until the next time you're hit or something. So this would afflict drain on enemies until I get hit. I'll get some leeches because I like draining. That's like you know, leeching health from enemies onto you. I also love the rats in here. It's really like a rat parade today.
Yeah, they're fleeing from the next room.
Oh, okay, we're here already. Oh, and is this it's an upgrade. Oh, upgrade my epic swift maneuver yet again.
Raise the bridge now.
Okay, I have to take a breather before this boss. Overseer Spitface.
Both.
Both.
And a special version of the Overseer. This one has one big sword instead of 5 small ones.
I'm not feeling too good about this one.
Yeah, remember that you have the cooldown stuff, right? So just slam those use your javelin a lot because you can afford it.
True.
If you
That's
keep
yes. I have
dashing away.
the heat stuff.
Yes. Exactly. Take the shotgun out.
Oh my god, there's so much going on.
Yeah, dual bosses are always.
You will do it. Just scratch damage. Come on. You can do it.
That's true. That's true. Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, it is good that I have this thing because I am just like putting down my slam. I think I finally figured out how to play this build effectively. I'm putting down a slam and then I can just jump to the other side, which allows me to do... Oh, yes! Okay, I got one of them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Also, Ollie said in chat that if you beat this first try, he will give you $5.
Oh, okay. Well, Ollie, I think you're gonna get those $5. Imagine if I didn't. Okay, well.
Come on, come on.
There we go, there we go, there we
But
go.
there's still two spike balls.
Oh, fuck. I mean, oh shoot.
You made
okay.
it. Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. I did it, and I'm $5 richer.
Yeah, pay up, Ollie.
Okay. Well, thank you all. I feel really... Oh, wait, is there more? Oh god, there is more. I forgot. That's just the mini boss.
Yeah, but now you're really gonna be careful because I think that now the queen is putting a lot more pressure on you.
How is she doing that? Is it gonna be harder now?
I mean, you destroyed 2 of her toys at
okay.
once.
I am starting to get really sick of you. I've been reporting your futile efforts to the Queen.
She's not reading your reports, mate. Or your
It's probably my favorite line.
She
is.
Be quick about it. Okay.
He is under Her Majesty's protection.
Yeah, there you really must be careful to keep the enemies together and not spread them too far apart. What you're doing?
Wait, why is that? I need to keep them
because
together?
because you don't want to like spend your time on the lower right and then have to rush up to the upper left when you are under time pressure.
Well, I think what I'm doing now with this build is embracing this like drop a slam and then dash over to the other side and then drop a slam there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at all the softies we've got here. Hello, Machine and Mensch. Okay. What do I want? Oh, Resurrect. I'm gonna play it safe and get the Resurrect.
I can break the bridge lock now.
I love the... I mean, let's hope that we don't get to see it, but I love the Resurrect animation. The icon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that for the first time the other day. Because I'm so good.
Yeah, because you're so good, you never die.
That's right. Or I just never died while having it.
I mean, we didn't see the death screen yet as well.
Oh,
the
well...
Queen taunting you when you die.
I have a feeling we will. Wait, okay. Just checking my inventory. Oh gosh. Yeah, so the farther you get, the more like enemy waves there are.
Yeah, but man, the build that right now is really powerful.
Yeah.
And with the dashing to reduce heat, that's a good one.
Yeah, I have never done one like this before, but I'm really liking it. I mean, that's always the fun thing with roguelikes, right? Is there's always some combination that you discover sort of by accident, or like you pick up something that, oh, I don't really think I'm gonna like this, but then you end up being like, oh, this is actually really powerful and it synergizes with this thing in an unexpected way. Okay, so I can upgrade.
Once again, swift maneuver, or are you gonna upgrade something else?
I feel like I should just quadruple down, right? I've come this far. Why turn back now? Okay, so now I've got another Vandal one.
Oh, getting hit no longer resets your combo.
That is good.
Very good for your build.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, you're totally right. I'm gonna get that. Okay, and did I already fight the Bloodletter? Yes. So I'm gonna go on to the next room. Ooh, there's a treasure room here, so I'm gonna go snag that.
Hey, get over here!
Oh, and a trench rat is here. Hello, hello.
Whoa! You beat mean old Spitface! You're so strong.
I really like the voice acting for the trench rat.
Yeah.
It all comes with training and practice, kid.
Somebody asked if there's a way to change the displayed button prompts, assuming I'm not usually using an Xbox controller and a PS5 controller instead.
Don't you ever get scared?
So yeah, actually we display
Sometimes,
the button prompts you
even
see. We
like
display them
Chester.
according to the controller. So you
Yeah.
should be able to see when you're using a PlayStation controller. You should be able to see the PlayStation buttons.
I don't even think my swift maneuver needs to be that powerful, but I'm just upgrading it as a matter of principle.
All in, always all in.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. Minus 23 heat with every single dash.
Come on, once more. It doesn't let you.
Okay, but we can do even better spray cans. Activate these traps. Come on, come over here. Oh, fine. Yeah, I think the Vandals are gonna be really good. The more I can like get my combo level up, the even more crit damage I can do. Let's go avoid these stupid puddles. Here we go. Ah. Should turn the,
That was a lot of damage. Nice.
Nice, yeah. I'm feeling good. Who can spray can? Okay. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go up to this.
All seals removed.
Nice. It's so good. For me, it's like every time I start a run, and the question is, when do you go into this double down philosophy, where every time you're like, okay, I've already invested 3 levels, now I'm just doing this by default.
Yes.
Because at some point it's like, maybe I wanna, like diversify my build still a little bit. But yeah, it's just so an awesome feeling when you get this to level 5 or 6 or something like that.
Nice.
So yeah, now all of these spray cans are each going to leave behind a puddle that also coats enemies. So again,
Nice.
just like, yeah, going very far into this double down philosophy.
Now you're the one that leaves the.
I was spotted.
Oh crap.
Annoying puddles, yeah.
Oh. I can barely see what's going on.
It's awesome. It's just and
Oh my
yeah,
god, yes.
this is a pure spray can fueled anarchy happening.
And
there.
you're on anarchy level. The whole
Yes.
time. Oh, now there's one item that the Spearmaster has that whenever you're on anarchy, it has spinning javelins around you.
Oh yeah,
that
I
do a
love
lot
that
of
one.
damage. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna see her, but let's see. I think I'll not do both of these, but I will get the blood letter just in case I get another health upgrade. I'm feeling pretty confident that I will do an okay job here. Make the town orange.
Yeah, totally.
Didn't even need that turret. There we go. Boom.
Nice.
Motor cooler. Yeah.
Wow.
Make it even better. Okay. Oh, this is one you wanted me to pick up a while ago. The executions launch 3 homing projectiles that inflicted bleed.
I mean, if you want to, you could have also chosen
On to
one
the
that
next room.
went better with your build, but yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
I want to show them. Well, it might be hard to pick out at this point with all the
Yeah,
other
because there's so
effects.
much stuff flying around.
Yeah. Okay. Now, safe room. Oh,
New javelin, another blast javelin.
minefield. Okay.
Oh, that one has a the snare or the it detects when enemies walk close to it when you slam it into the ground, and then it goes off.
Proximity mine.
Proximity, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I know where I am. So, we're gonna come up on the first real boss. And I will show him for a little bit, but then I will die on purpose. So don't make bets this time, because I want to do a deeper dive into this next time, and then we can also see the death screen. It's the Chimera. I just love how it looks so much.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. Oh.
It does so much damage.
Yeah. Oh, but now
you have the
I'm
resurrection.
gonna get the resurrection.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
icon, nice.
That's a cute little regrow, and then yeah, defeated. And the queen taunts you.
Believed you could defeat me, delusional girl.
I love this death screen.
Yeah,
It's sick.
the illustration is so good.
So defeated in room 10 out of 10. So you can see how much longer this run was than the original one. Yeah, noob. Yeah, maybe next time. Although I might have one of my colleagues play next time because I did okay, but a lot of them are better than
You
me.
did so good!
Thank you. I did better than I was expecting. But I did fall into a really powerful build that I had never used before, so that was also lucky and kind of cool. Like I was saying, yeah, that's sort of the joy of games like this, and just discovering all the different synchronicities. And now you can even see, last thing I'll show is like, I've already unlocked so many javelins. And do y'all remember exactly how many javelins we have in the final game? I mean, there's a lot. It's a few dozen.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact number. I can look it up if you want.
No, but
Or
I mean, the
maybe
whole
someone
idea
else.
is that like you have a lot of options to choose from, and so you have the 5 main variants. We've only seen 3 today, which is the pea shooter, the shotgun, and the blast, which I only demonstrated a little bit. But yeah, there's a ton of different effects, and then you combine that on top of all of the different items that you get in each run from the loyalists. You can, you know, get really creative in how you approach each encounter. All right. Well, like I said up top, we're going to be doing a series of these live streams every week at the same exact time. And we'll be focusing on different elements. Today was sort of a general overview of the game, but we're going to do a deeper dive into combat. We'll do a deeper dive into art. Yes, please follow us for more. If you go to our Steam page, you can go to all of our socials. We're at Reignbreaker on everything. So thank you so much, Pepa. Thank you so much, Falca, for being here with me today. And we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, this was so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.